Alrighty, here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's a nasty one here again. Welcome back to the next episode of the Dive Bombers franchise rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball 4. We are in year number 12 here in the Green Nachos League and year number 6 in control of the Dive Bombers. Last episode for the Bombers, it was opening day, coming off our championship victory in year 11. We hope to do much of the same this year with a win. And it did not go well. We did absolutely nothing against Javier Strudley, who threw a complete game shutout, as we lost to the Leatherwings, who made the semifinals last year 7-0. Now we're going on the road again, but this time we're taking on a conference rival in the Bionics, who almost made the playoffs last year, but unfortunately let it slip through their fingers. I think. Let me go back and check, actually. Were they the ones that made the playoffs, or was it another team? I'm trying to think. They did. They made the playoffs, they won their division, and they got absolutely swept by the Bards in the first round. So they did the first step, which was win your division, but they didn't do anything in the playoffs. So they're 0-2 already. They're on their third starter, which is original thumper Johnnie Guerra, who is still in the league here 12 years later. For those of you who remember back to the very first episode of this series, he was our fourth starter drafted. Tier 2 Elite Four-Seamer, Tier 2 Choker, and on the mound for us is last year's ace Brycen Thicket. He's been relegated to the number 2 role, where he performed much better in the playoffs last season, so he will stay there. Tier 2 Elite Slider with Tier 3 Consistent. Lineup for today's game, leading off in left field, Garlic Simmons. He's locked in, one of the few guys to actually find success against Strudley in Game 1. Albert Murphy bats second at first base. Blake Benwood up to the 3 slot in the lineup at shortstop. Salvador Pruitt is again cleanup in right field. Alicia Nunez, the catcher, will bat 5th. Batting 6th is third baseman Quinn Ventura. Batting 7th is the second baseman Arrest Blacksmith. Batting 8th, rookie center fielder C.T. Driver. And batting 9th is going to be Thicket. Lineup for the Bionics, leading off in right field, Asher Henderson. Then it's second baseman Camden Lozano, who has gone down from S tier to A+, starting to regress a little bit at age 31. Batting third is third baseman Tyrone Kirk, who was a one-time dive bomber in this series. Batting fourth, first baseman Cassidy Blackwell with Ace Exterminator today. Batting fifth, catcher Delmar Guerra. Batting sixth, former Furry Flyer Guy Dealer, the shortstop. Batting seventh, center fielder Fisher Rivers. Batting eighth, left fielder today Joel Rose. And batting ninth is the pitcher Johnnie Guerra. Looking at their bench, they have former Thumpers catcher Jolie McIntosh, who is tense and tired. Hesto Prince, another former dive bomber. Maeve Turtles, the third baseman, corner infielder, and outfielder. Kenneth Turnpike, another former dive bomber. Gusto Knight, and then in the rotation they have Chris Klein. Kelly Butters, another former dive bomber. Adeline Fontina, another former dive bomber. Long reliever Mark Burnswell, reliever Bern Copeland. Caleb Solomon, Alina Rodriguez, and closer Madeline De Leon, the younger sister of catcher Mateo, second baseman actually, Mateo De Leon. Let's jump into it and have some fun here as we head out to Apple Field, the home of the Bionics. Let's see if we can get a victory here today and get back on track. Here we go. Get it on. Simmons leading off, locked in and left with Tier 2 first pitch slayer. He reached base every time he faced Javier Strudley on opening day. He's the only batter to do so. First pitch curve drops in there from Johnnie Guerra at 74 miles an hour. Guerra never was a flamethrower in this league. He was always more of a finesse pitcher. Nice to see nothing's changed. Curve inside this time, 1-1. Still looking for that fastball, which is his best pitch. It's a slider. That's inside. Strike called, 1-2. Curveball down. Simmons waits for it and drives it to center field, but he just mistimes it. That's hanging up out there for Rivers. 1 down. Next up, going to be first baseman Albert Murphy, batting 1 for 4 on the year. Consistent active at Tier 3 as that curve hits the outside corner. 0-1 is Little Hack immediately active for Albert at Tier 2. That's inside and low on the change. 1-1. Back to neutral there. Checked high on the changeup. Good hold by Albert. 2-1. Little Hack will not activate the rest of the at-bat. Heater down in the way. Sky deep to left field. That's hit well, but it is going to hang up out there for Joel Rose. 2 down. Base is empty for Blake Benwood, the shortstop, who was hitless on opening day. Change up and in. That's high. 1-0. Change down. Foul back. Out of play. 1-1. Change up high. Taken. 2-1. Slider down in, grounded. He got on top of it right at Lozano. Throw to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning as Benwood is tense. Bottom one, Henderson, Lozano, and Kirk due up against Brycen Thicket. Here's Henderson, right fielder, leads off, hitting 3 for 8 on the season. Tier 1 tough out, will only activate when in 2 strike counts. Thicket making his first start of the year. Heater up, fouled off 0-1. He had a rough year last year as the ace with an ERA over 5.5. Went in the playoffs and only gave up, I believe, 1 or 2 earned runs. So he went 1-1 in the playoffs, but pitched much better as a number 2 pitcher. So he stays in that role here for this year as that's fouled off on the slider, which is his best pitch. 1-2 now the count as tough out activates for Henderson. Screwball inside, checked. Ooh, good take, 2-2. Just taken inside off the edge. Cut up and away, well out of the zone, 3-2. Down, hitting the hold of second. Blacksmith on the dive to her left, makes the stop, gets up and fires in time. 1 down, nice play, arrest. Here's Lozano, second baseman batting 1 for 8 on the year with an RBI. He has tier 3 easy target, boosting the accuracy of Thicket up to elite level. Cutter up and away on the first one. That's a strike. 0-1. Hack activates at tier 2 now. Screwball hangs in the middle of the zone. Lined right at driver, who doesn't even have to move. 2 down. And that is going to bring up Tyrone Kirk. Third baseman hitting .571 with an RBI. Very good start to the year for Kirk. First pitch slider up. Taken high from Thicket. 1-0. Him down and in, chased it, 1-1. Ball away, pulled foul, 1-2. Up and away, Kirk pulls it hard. That's going to get past Blacksmith into right field as she was shaded up the middle. Little 2-out knock for Kirk will keep his hot hitting to start the season going, and that'll bring up first baseman Cassidy Blackwell. Tier 2 ace exterminator active for Blackwell, batting 1 for 8 on the year. Her only hit though was a solo home run, so be mindful. First pitch curveball down and in. That is roped. Foul. Thank God. 0-1. Well out in front of it. Check of the runner. Cutter away. Lined right at Benwood. He'll make the catch before it hits the dirt, and that ends the inning. Top 2. We're scoreless. Pruitt, Nunez, and Ventura coming up. Here's Pruitt. Hitless on the year. Tier 3 volatile is active. Try and turn his luck around here this year. Change it down in the way is a strike from Guerra, 0-1. Slider up and away, hit well by Pruitt. Hard to center field. On the run is Rivers. Tracking it down at the warning track. Will turn around and make the catch. 1 down. Nunez up next. Catcher batting 1 for 3 on the year with Tier 2 contactors righty and Tier 2 bad ball hitter both active. Heater up. Strike called there from Guerra, 0-1 as he gets ahead. Heater up, rope to center field on the line, but Rivers is there. 2 down. Couple hard hit outs here, and that'll bring up third baseman Quinn Ventura, who's hitless. Tier 3 outside pitch is active. Change up on the outside corner. What a pitch. 0-1. Challenged him. Heater up and in, high, 1-1. Curve up and in, hits the corner, 1-2. Good pitch. Slider down and then Ventura turns on it, drives it deep to left field, carrying well, but to the warning track there for it is Rose, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 hard hit outs. Bottom 2, Guerra, Dealer, and Rivers coming up. Guerra leads off, catcher getting his first start of the year as he's playing back up to Jolie McIntosh, the veteran. Has Tier 3 inside pitch active, though, here to help him out. Either way, that's a strike, 0-1. So looking at their chemistry then, they have Tier 3 discipline, Tier 2 spirited and scholarly, but crafty and competitive both at Tier 1. You'll need to do a little bit better job of balancing those out, probably. About the knees, ripped fouls, that trips over the inside portion of the plate, 0-2. Screw up and away. Chased it, strike 3. He gone. First punch out for Thicket of the year. Guy Dealer, former Furry Flyer shortstop up next. He's batting 1 for 7 on the year, but does have an RBI. Slider at the letters on the first pitch. Line foul late, 0-1. Dealer still has both the traits we gave him, which are tough out and big hack. Nice to see the veteran hasn't lost that yet. Heater down the middle, foul back, 0-2. Tough out activates at Tier 1. Slider down and in. Chase jammed him, slow roll to third, charging Ventura on the bare hand, throw to first in time, 2 down. Now to bring up center fielder Fisher Rivers with Tier 1 durable. Batting 1 for 4 on the year, probably 2 for 8 with 1 RBI. Ball up and in, foul back, 0-1. In the middle in, roped, fair ball up the third base line, and that's going to get into the corner as Simmons will chase after it, get it in quickly. It is still going to be a 2-out double for Rivers as he slides in just ahead of the throw. Joel Rose, the young left fielder, up next, hitless on the season, but he's going to try and bring him home. Rivers in the scoring position here. Ball down and in, that's a strike, 0-1. Slider up, grounded hard to Blacksmith, right there, throw to first, and that ends the inning. Stranding the runner at second, top 3 were scoreless Blacksmith, Driver, and Thicket, bottom of the lineup up for the Bombers. Here's Arrest Blacksmith, the veteran, second baseman hitless on the year. Then get started against the locked-in Guerra. Slider high, 1-0. Unfortunately, the two of them never played together on the Thumpers. Johnnie Guerra was released before the end of year 1, I believe, maybe at the end of year 1. And Blacksmith didn't join the team until year 3. Curveball down and in, inside, 2-0. Actually, come to think of it, was Guerra our 3 or our 4? I don't remember. It was him and Trampelson that went back and forth, but I forget who was the 3 and who was the 4. Slider down, roped by Blacksmith into the left field corner. That is off the base of the wall on a hop. That's our first hit of the day. Rose's throw into second is not in time, despite base jogger. That is a double for Blacksmith, her first hit of the year. And that'll set it up for rookie CT Driver with an RBI chance. Tier 2 durable is active. Looking for his first hit. Curveball up and away is a strike as Tier 2 Little Hack activates. Heater down and in, hit back to Guerra, who bobbles it. He has no play at third. He'll go to first, though, to get the sure out. He's locked in again. 1 down for Thicket. Runner at third, 1 down. They are playing in. Worried about a bunt. Pitch out. They were worried about the suicide squeeze. 1-0. Heater in, chopper to short, slow roller. Dealer comes home with it. Throw goes back to first. Guerra gets the out. 2 down. Blacksmith has the hold. Here's Simmons, 0 for 1. Lined out his first time up. He's going to try and bring her home. First pitch heater, dribbled on the ground softly to second. Lozano bare hands, gets the out at first, and that ends the inning as we do not score. Despite the leadoff double, bottom 3, Guerra, Henderson, and Lozano coming up. Here's Guerra, pitcher's first at bat of the year. He is locked in. Heater up high, 1-0. Well down in the way. Pulled foul, out of play, 1-1. Slider up and away. Guerra lines it up the middle. Benwood dives, just past him into center field, and Guerra's going to get a leadoff hit here to start the third as the pitcher reaches. And that was on Thickett's best pitches, slider. Leadoff man Henderson up next. He's 0 for 1. Guerra also no slouch on the base pass as well for a pitcher. Slider down and in. Line to third. Right at Ventura, though, for the first out. He has the hold. Lozano up next, 0 for 1. Easy target active at Tier 3. Away, check strike at 99 on the gun, 0-1. Little Hack active, slider down and in. Chop foul, out of play, 0-2. Little Hack will remain active. Screwball down and away. Chased and fouled back, 0-2. Remains the count. Cutter up and in. Jammed on the ground, a short. Benwood charges, goes to second, 1. Blacksmith the first. Double play! To sit as we erase the leadoff base runner. Top 4, we're scoreless. Murphy, Benwood, and Pruitt, heart of the lineup coming up. Here's Murphy, 0 for 1 today. Change up away, strike at the letters, 0-1. Guerra ahead, he's still locked in. Only 1 hit given up through 3 innings. Curve misses inside to Murphy, 1-1. Change up chased it low, 1-2. With Little Hack, though, activates again. Slider inside, jammed it on the ground to second. Lozano is there. Throw to first. 1 down. And that'll bring up Benwood, who's 0 for 1 intense. Slider down and low. 1-0. Curveball up. That's a strike. 1-1. Heater down. Line to left center field. Hit well by Benwood. On the dive, though. Joel Rose shows a leather off, and he robs him of extra bases as Benwood retired on the line out. 2 down for Pruitt, who's 0 for 1. He's tense as well. Changeup misses from Guerra, 1-0. Changeup up and in, broke the left field. That's down for a base hit. Pruitt's first hit of the season. He'll reach here with 2 down in the 4th as he goes back to neutral mojo. Now to bring up Nunez, who's 0 for 1. A little hard to center her first at bat. Heater down in there at the knees, 0-1. Slider down in the way, misses the knees just barely. That could have been a strike, 1-1. Change up and in, high again, 2-1. Heater down in, jammed her on the ground to short, dealer in, throw to first, that ends the inning. Bottom 4, we're still scoreless. Kirk, Blackwell, and Guerra coming up. Here's Kirk, he's 1 for 1 with a single. Throw ball up and in on the first one, inside, 1-0. Forcing down in the way, check strike, 1-1. Screwball down and in, pulled foul, 1-2. Cut up and away. Popped it off the end of the bat. Shallow left field. It's going to be a tough play. Simmons won't get there as it drops in for a base hit. It is put in the perfect spot for Kirk. He's now locked in and 2 for 2 today. Blackwell up next, 0 for 1. She's tense, though. Base exterminator, though, is helping her ratings. First pitch, screwball at the knees. Runner goes. Strike called. Throw down by Nunez. Just late. Stolen base for Kirk. I believe that's his first this year. It is. He's 1 for 3 on steal attempts, actually. 0-1 count. Cutter down and in. Blackwell lines it up the middle. Benwood dives behind the bag and makes a stop. Gets up and fires. Got her at first. And Benwood's back to neutral. Going up to third on the play, though, is Kirk. 1 down for Guerra. 0 for 1 as we're going to move the infield in. Zoom up and away. Taken high. 1-0. Well, roped into the inside part of the zone. It's lined back up the middle where it came from. RBI knock for Guerra, his first hit and RBI of the season. 1-0 Bionics. Dealer up next, 0 for 1 as we move to double play depth here on the infield. First pitch curveball down. Line to Ventura, who makes the catch for the second out. Runner has the hold. Next up, Rivers, 1 for 1 with the double. Zoom up and away. That is high. 1-0. Go down in the way. Pulled foul out of play. 1-2. Slider up in. Broken bat fouled off. 1-2. Got to get some new lumber there. Cutter down and in. Chased it. Strike 3. Second punch out for Thicket. That ends the inning. But an RBI knock here from... Who was it? Delmar Guerra, the catcher, makes it 1-0 Bionics. Top 5. Ventura, Blacksmith, and Driver coming up. Here's Ventura, 0 for 1 today. Outside pitch active. Flew out to the warning track in left field last time up as that changeup's low, 1-0. Guerra still locked in. Changeup middle in, rope foul out of play, 1-1. Changeup away, rope foul again, 1-2. That's the spot where he likes it. Heater down and then chased it, strike 3. First punch out for Guerra. 1 down for Blacksmith, 1 for 1 with a double. First hit of the year for rest as that slider's low on the first pitch, 1-0. Changeup misses high, quickly 2-0. Curveball gets the call at the top of the zone this time. A little favorable there for him, 2-1. Heater down, lift late, 2-2. That activates Whiffer at tier 2. Slider up and away, pulled in the hole to short, past the glove of Kirk, but Dealer there on the backhand. He's one of the best fielders in the game. Throw to first, 2 down. Next up, Driver. Rookie 0 for 1 with the ground out back to the pitcher, his first time up. Change up. That's a strike, apparently. 0-1. Change up and in. He got on top of it, hit it right to Dealer. That's the wrong guy to hit it to. It's a 1-2-3 inning, and Driver is tense. Bottom 5. We're still down 1-0. Rose, Guerra, and Henderson coming up. 8-9-1 for the Bionics here in the 5th. Here's Rose, 0 for 1 as we're halfway home today. Ripping in. High ball 1. Screwball down. That's low. 2-0. Good hitters count here for Rose. Cutter up and away. Foul back. 2-1. Rose down. Chased. Foul back. 2-2. Sliding down and away. Pulled foul by Rose. Out of play. Curveball up and in. Checked it just inside. High as well. 3-2. Where's he down and in? Jammed it foul. We stay alive. Count full. Cutter up and away. Whiff through it, strike 3. He gone. Third punch out for Thicket. One down for Guerra, who's 1-for-1 with a single. Screwball down and away in the first one. Pulled foul, 0-1. Receiver up and in. Strike called, 0-2. 0-2 pitch, slider up and away. Blooper over short. Benwood out for it in shallow left center. Puts it away on the soft liner. 2 down. Here's Henderson, 0-for-2. Slider up and in on the first pitch. That's a strike called, 0-1. Goes him down, that's low, 1-1. Curl down and in. Low again, 2-1. Cut up and away. Henderson fouls it back, 2-2 as tough out activates. Screwball down and in. Jammed it on the ground to short. Benwood charges to his left, throw to first. That ends the inning. 1-2-3 for Thicket here in the 5th. Top 6. It's 1-0. Thicket leads off, then Simmons and Murphy. Here's Thicket. He's 0-for-1 with a ground out on a fielder's choice. Change up and in. That's a strike. 0-1. Slide up and away. Foul back. 0-2. Slide up and in. Taken inside. 1-2. Good hold. Change up and away. Pulled a foul. Will stay alive at 1-2. Change up, rip foul again by Thicket. Still 1-2. Heater up late. Strike 3. Another punch out for Guerra. His second. Next up, Simmons, who's 0-for-2, but locked in. Heater up and away in the first one. Foul back. 0-1. Just missed it. Curveball down in the dirt. 1-1. Change it misses low. 2-1 to Simmons. Heater up, line over third. Leaping is Kirk to take away extra bases. What a play at the hot corner. And another hard hit ball is robbed from us. 2 down for Murphy, who's 0-for-2. Curveball up, taken high, 1-0. Slider up and in, rope to right field. That's going to get past the diving Lozano. That's a base hit. Murphy 1-for-3 today. 2 out knock keeps it alive for Benwood, who's 0-for-2. Robbed of extra bases in the diving left center gap by Joel Rose, the left fielder. Took away extra bases. Joker activates for the first time today for Guerra in a high-pressure situation at Tier 2, but he remains locked in to counter it. Heater in there at the knees, 0-1. Curveball down. That's a strike. Favorable call, 0-2. Heater down, pulled to right field hard, but it's going to hang up for Henderson near the line. It's going to end the inning. Shutout through 6 for Guerra. Bottom 6, Lozano, Kirk, and Blackwell. Out of the lineup up for the Bionics again. There's Lozano. He's 0-for-2. Trying to get it started against Thicket here in the 6th. Cutter up and away in the first one. That's line to the left center gap. Driver on the run. We'll watch it get past him and all the way to the wall. On a hop. That'll be extra bases for Lozano. His first hit today. He's 1-for-3. Good block there by Blacksmith on the low throw from Benwood. Kirk up next. He's singled twice and scored a run. He's also stolen the base. He's locked in. And he's made a nice leaping catch at third. He's having himself a good day. Curveball down in the dirt. 1-0. Screwball down. Roped up the first base line. Fair ball past the diving Murphy into the right field corner. And Kirk's going to have his third hit of the day. Pruitt's throw to second is going to be close, but not in time. It's an RBI double. 2-0 Bionics. Next up, Blackwell 0-for-2 intense. We're down and away. Check strike. Go 1. Called. Go down and then runner goes for third. Strike called. Throw down by Nunez. Not in time. Another stolen base for Kirk. He's 2-for-2 today and 2-for-4 on the year. Infield's got to move in here. We need to keep that runner from scoring. 0-2 count to Blackwell. Slider up and in. Jam pop up. Shallow center. Driver racing in. He's under it for the first out. Runner tagging for home. Throw in. Not in time. It's a sac fly. 3-0 Bionics. Here's Guerra, 1-for-2 with an RBI single. Heater up and away. Skied it to right. Pruitt back a step. Puts it away. 2 down. Next up, Dealer 0-for-2. Screwball down the middle. Pulled foul. 0-1. Down. That's low. 1-1. Thicket just crossed 70 pitches on the day. Curveball down. Chopper to second. Charging Blacksmith. Throw to first. That finally ends the inning, but they add 2 more in the inning for the Bionics. It's 3-0. Top 7. Pruitt, Nunez, and Ventura coming up. Still a quality start, but no offense again today. Here's Pruitt 1-for-2 with a single. Basin locked in Guerra. Curve down and in. That's a strike. 0-1. Slider away, line at the middle, base hit for Pruitt. He's 2 for 3 today. He'll be on with nobody out. Can we build off this leadoff hit? Here's Nunez, 0 for 2. Change up, taken high. Good take, 1-0. Slider up, rope, high hopper right at Blackwell. Throw to second, 1. Dealer to first. Double play, and like, we just can't catch a fucking break today. Here's Ventura 0 for 2. That eats up everybody except Blackwell, apparently. What's her fielding? She's tense, and her fielding's below 50, and that she still made a high-hopping catch there? Jesus Christ. It's like the game just wants us to lose at this point. Curveball up, that's a strike. 0-1. Here we go. Heater up and away, line down the right field line. Fair ball for Ventura, of course. Had that one before us been a hit, we would have scored our first run of the season. Instead, it's a 2-out double for Ventura with nobody on. And he's in scoring position for Blacksmith. 1 for 2 with a double. Slider down in the way on the corner. What a pitch from Guerra. 0-1. Heater down, line right at Dealer. And guess what? Another hard hit out. It's like the game just says, screw you, kid. You don't get to be happy. Bottom 7, it's 3-0. Rivers, Rose, and Guerra coming up, and we're going to make a double switch here. We are going to take out Alicia Nunez. As Bring coming in out of the bullpen to try and keep it a close game. We're going to go to... Who's coming up for them? It's Rivers, who's right-handed, left-handed. Couple switch hitters coming up, so we're going to go ahead and double switch here to Heidi Briggs as we're going to bring her in. We're going to take Nunez off. We're going to bring in Marvin DeKennis to catch. He'll be batting second next inning. Briggs making her first appearance of the season. Heater up and in. The right-hander gets a pop-up from Rivers as he goes after the first pitch heater. Right to the new man, DeKennis, in foul territory. Clown show indeed, John Moore, indeed. Nice to see you, buddy. Hope your day's been well. Here's Briggs with Tier 2 reverse splits now against the young outfielder Rose. Curveball down and in. That is pulled foul out of play as Briggs excels in handicapping left-handed hitters. Heater up and away outside, 1-1. Slider up and in. Rose taking, strike called, 1-2. Where's he down and away? He gone! Blew it by him. First punch out for Briggs. 2 down for Guerra, 1 for 2 with a single and locked in. Curveball up and in, high, 1-0. Slider away, out, 2-0. Four-seamer away, foul back, 2-1. 2-1 pitch, curveball down, check strike, 2-2. Slider up and in, popped him up. Ventura on the line at third, now in foul territory, we'll put it away. 1-2-3 inning for Briggs. Top 8, it's 3-0. Driver, DeKennis, and Simmons coming up. Here's Driver. He's 0 for 2 today in 10, so I'm going to pinch hit for him. Coming off the bench to take a crack at it. It's going to be Dakota Oldman, the utility player. He's getting his first at-bat of the season. Slider away off the plate from Guerra, 1-0, as he's locked in starting the 8th. The hanging curve is pulled right at Kirk for the first out. That's just when you know it's not your fucking day. DeKennis up next, 1 for 3 off the bench in the first game. Tier 2 choker active, he's on fire. Change up in there, 0-1. Curveball low, 1-1. Yeah, Guerra's just having himself a game, I guess. Curve in there at the knees, 1-2. Curveball away, fouled it off. That's going to get off the sidewall there. 1-2 remains the count. Curveball down, chase below the knees, hitting the hole to first. Blackwell fields it cleanly. We'll flip to Guerra to make a routine play. 2 down now for Simmons, who's locked in, but 0 for 3. Choker active at Tier 2 as well. First pitch change gets the favorable call. 0-1, nothing more you can do about it. Change up and in, pulled to the right center gap, but guess what? That's going to hang up for Henderson. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom 8, it's 3-0. Henderson, Lozano, and Kirk up against Briggs. Henderson 0 for 3 today, as Oldman is scheduled to stay in the game in center field. He has pretty good speed. Dakota is faster. Is there anybody I want to pull here because they suck at fielding? Probably Ventura. Or Pruitt, but Pruitt's got our best bat, so I'm not taking him out. Yeah, we'll sub off Ventura here. Oldman go play third, and we're going to put Dakota in center. Not like our offense could do any fucking worse. Slider away, fouled off, 0-1. Here up and away, blew it by him, 0-2. Tier 1 tough out active for Henderson as that curve grounded to Benwood. Cut it off to his left, throw to first. 1 down. Next up is Lozano, 1 for 3 at the double. Reverse splits active against him as well as easy target as that heater's in there, 0-1. Little hack now helps him out a bit. Curve down and in. Chased it in the dirt, 0-2. Four-seamer up and in. Inside, 1-2. Slider down and away. Ooh, just off the corner, 2-2. Four-seamer up and away. Blooper over short. Benwood's going to dive, but it's out of his reach as it drops in left. Lozano on with a 1-out single here in the 8th, and that'll bring up Kirk, who's 3 for 3 with an RBI double and 2 singles. He's had himself a great game. First split's active against him. Curveball inside, hit well, deep to right field into the corner. Pruitt back to the warning track. Plays it in front of the wall for the 2nd out. Kirk retired for the first time today. And here's Blackwell, who loses Ace Exterminator. Hit a sac fly last time up. She's 0 for 2. And she's tense with reverse splits active against her. First pitch curveball down and away. Grounded in the hole to short. Benwood dives out of his reach into left field. Another hit. 2 on, 2 down. They're threatening. Here's Guerra, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Forcing him down and away. Strike called, 0-1. Curveball down and away. Fouled off, 0-2. Slider down in the way. Chased it, strike 3. Second punch out for Briggs. He gone, and that ends the inning. To the 9th, it's 3-0. Murphy, Benwood, and Pruitt coming up. And then it's the pitcher slot. There's Murphy, 1 for 3 with a single, with Tier 3 consistent active against the on-fire Guerra. Slider on the edge, gets a call. That is not a strike. 0-1. Little hack active at Tier 2. Change with the knees, 1 hopper right at Lozano. 1 down. Benwood up next, 0 for 3. Choker now active at Tier 2. Switch hitter takes a slider up and away, 1-0. Heater down, that's a strike, 1-1. Is he a switch hitter? Yeah, he is. Okay, I thought so. Change up and in, that's high, 2-1. Good hold. Curveball, chased it low, popped foul. It's going to stay in play for Guerra. 2 down, and we're about to be shut out for the 2nd straight game to start the season. Here's Pruitt, 2 for 3 with 2 singles, but they're not going to give Guerra the chance for the shutout. Pulling him 1 out shy. After 5 hits and 2 strikeouts, he's on fire. They're going to the closer, Madeline De Leon, to get her first appearance of the year, the lefty specialist. They want her to step on our throats and rub it in while they're doing it. Tier 3 volatile active for Pruitt, who has 2 hits today. He's 2 for 3 as that heater's low, 1-0. Heater down the way is chased, blooped over second. Lozano dives, but he dove early. It's out of his reach. That's a 2-out single for Pruitt, his 3rd hit of the game. It keeps it alive. What can you do? Yeah, I hope she blows it too. We would love to see that. Welcome in. All right, who's up next? That is the pitcher. Now, obviously, I would love to substitute in Lee Mack here, but he is a lefty with specialist going against him, the 2-way infielder. And none of our pitchers can hit. And Rahan is a right-hander. He would not be affected by it, but he's not a batter. So it's going to be Lee Mack, the 2-way starter, coming in to hit. He's going to try and extend the game. The tying run is still on deck. Specialist is only at Tier 1, thankfully. -5 power at -8 contact. So it's in its weakest form. Lee Mack getting his first at-bat of the season. De Leon sets, fires. Heater in there at the letters. 0-1. Yeah, I'll give her that one. Heater down, line hard at the middle. Off the diving glove of the sure-handed dealer. It's through for a hit. First and second, 2 down. Tying run coming to the plate. Normally he makes those plays. And that's going to set up Dakota, the center fielder. I would sub her off, but I do not have another. I do have another outfielder, actually, but I do not have another hitter. Unfortunately, none of our pitchers can bat. And I'm not going to Rahan here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to Zechariah Rahan, the rookie here, the utility player. He's a better batter than Dakota, and he's right-handed. All right, Rahan, you're the tying run, kid. Go out there and try not to fuck it up. Heater right there, 0-1. Slider away, fouled back into the screen. 0-2, down to our last strike. Slider down the way, chase, dribbler to second. Lozano goes to first, and that's going to end the game. So we get shut out for the second straight game to start the year as we lose 3-0, but at least we made them fucking sweat in the ninth. I'll take that. No, I won't. This was fucking depressing. At least it wasn't as bad as the opening day 7-0 loss, but it's just you knew this game wasn't going to go your way when every hard hit ball was either robbed of a hit or just went right at somebody. I think it was good. 6 innings of quality work, giving up only 3 runs, but when your offense does jack all, you're kind of fucked. Yeah, we only had 7 hits, and 3 of them were off the bat of Pruitt. And 3 of them came in the 9th inning, or 2 of them came in the 9th inning. Either way. Ugh. For the Bionics, RBIs for Kirk on a double, Blackwell on a sac fly, and Guerra on a single. Thicket, 6 innings, 3 hit runs, given up on 7 hits and 3 strikeouts. He pitched well, but not well enough. He falls to 0-1. Briggs, 2 innings scoreless in relief, giving up 2 hits, striking out 2. Good outing for her in her season debut. Johnnie Guerra, 8 2/3 shutout ball, giving up 5 hits, 2 strikeouts. He was 1 out away from getting the complete game shutout, but they decided to pull him. He does, however, get the win. First win for the Bionics as they improve to 1-2, and we fall to 0-2. De Leon gets the last out despite giving up 2 hits and almost blowing it. Guerra, your player of the game, no surprise there, followed by Kirk with his 3-hit day. Again, no surprise there, he also stole 2 bases and scored twice. And Thicket is the 3rd-place finisher, pitching well, but not well enough. Oh, boy. Well, good thing it's only game 2. We still have another 22 chances to go 0-24. That would be perfect Dive Bombers baseball. You finally win a championship after 10 losing seasons. Or 9 losing seasons and 1 500 season. Finally get a winning season, win your division, and win the championship for the first time in 11 years. And then in year 12 immediately go back to losing. That would be perfect Dive Bombers baseball. Alright, only 2 games to Sims. Let's get through them real quick. Leatherwings beat us last episode, and right now they're going to get beat by the Swampers, 11-3. Why couldn't our offense do that? And the Bottlenoses will hold off the Trackers, winning 4-3, as the Trackers fall to 0-3. We're trying not to join them. And we're taking on the 2-0 Tramplers. It's not looking good. Philly Mac will be on the mound next episode with Tier 2 Elite Curveball, Tier 2 K Neglector, and on the mound for them is Gage Offside, the right-hander, with Tier 2 Elite Curveball and Tier 2 Volatile. Okay, well. Looking around the league, couple roster moves to report here real quick. Where does it start? Right here. Nope, that's last game. There we are. Brycen Kemp, former Dive Bomber starters, go into the False Knights. He'll replace Aldo Cooker in their rotation. That's a much-needed upgrade. And nothing else to report. Alright, what do we got? Simmons, chance to do what? Speed and arm, decent, not great. Radical, I would love to give her a screwball, but she is 37 years old. I'm probably not looking to develop her at this point. Albert Murphy, chance to get 3 contact. CG Driver, does need the arm. That is his weakest trait. We'll buy this. Big Hack for Benwood. That would be interesting. He does need an extra fielding at shortstop, never hurts. Losing K Neglector on Philly Mac is also good, too. I like all 3 of these. So we're definitely doing Phillies first. 4 junk to 97, 1 fielding to 72, down 2 velo to 51. He gets the bonus 2 junk, so he's maxed out. Does not lose K Neglector, unfortunately, which sucks. But now he's an elite jump baller. I'll take it. And Driver. 2 arm to 37, 1 power to 53. And he gets the bonus 2 arm. Big roll there for the rookie. Gets +4 total, up to 39. Not much of a factor, but we're getting better. Big Hack. It's at 1%, but, yeah, fuck it. 3 fielding to 79, bonus 3 fielding. Does not get that one. Going for Tier 2 Big Hack. Does not get that one either, unfortunately. And that improves the loyalty for Benwood slightly, so that's good. He needed that. 3 contact for Murphy. We will not be buying that. He's already pretty good. Radical, we're not developing a 37-year-old. And Simmons, we're not going to give him the extra speed. He's already pretty fast, so we're good there. Let's set the lineup for next episode real quick. So they want Nunez to DH despite being tense. I kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't want to have our other catcher in the game right there. How about this one? Let's put Lee Mack in there and have him DH instead. That sounds like a plan. That way I ain't got to worry about him in the field. Move Blacksmith above him because she's faster. Yeah, he can be above DeKennis, and Dakota can bat 9 in the center break. You know what? Driver hasn't done shit. Go ahead, Lennox. You go out there and start. See if you can do anything. All right, that'll work. Simmons, Murphy, Ventura, Pruitt, Benwood, Blacksmith, McDonald, DeKennis, and Dakota. Yeah, I'll try anything once. That'll do it. Okay, that'll do it for this episode, everybody. Big law. Another loss for the Bombers here to start the year is once again we get shut out for the second straight game as we lose 3-0 to the Bionics, who were last year's champions in the... Hold on, where's the ski standings? They were the champions of the Evermore division last year, winning that division and getting eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. So they got their first win, moving up to 1-2, and we fall to 0-2, the only winless team in our division. So hopefully we can bounce back next time out against the 2-0 Tramplers, but the way this offense has looked, I highly fucking doubt it. Pardon me. But yeah, I'll tune in next time to see if we can turn it around. But that is going to do it, everybody. If you made it this deep, thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate your support as always. If you haven't already, hit the follow and or subscribe buttons down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you're watching this over on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch will be down in the description below if you guys want to come over to the Twitch and watch the games live before they're posted. And you can also follow me over on this platform as well if you so choose. That's at PracNasty over here on Twitch for those curious. Quick shout outs to John Moore and What Can You Do for tuning in and chatting with me at some point during the stream. Appreciate that, guys. Thankfully, at least someone here was to watch me suffer. And I'll catch everyone else in the next one. Until then, this is the Nasty One. Signing out. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys may be.